Testing. Okay, we are live. Just give me a second to tweet things out and check things are up and good.
Balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then poof! It's now flying away. First, get into position like this, and move like that. Yep, that's it.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more. Specialties in Sumeru. Take a deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then poof!
Okay.
It's flying away.
Hopefully I'm still good. Welcome, welcome! This is the first, I guess, solo stream here on this channel. So, if you don't know me, I am Miss Ange Soy Milk on Twitter. Part of the gang here at ShinKickCollective. First time chat, 130H. Wow. Could get first time chatter fake fan, exactly. But welcome. Also, Discord alerts are still being annoying. Grumble, grumble. Yeah, I was about to say, like, I was like, do I post this or should Discord be able to post this out for me?
First, get into position like this. Then move like that.
But it
Yep,
looks like
That's it.
it's on. Well, you manually did it on Discord. Okay, what was I gonna do?
There are so many local specialties
Everything's fine.
to learn.
Everything is fine. So we are here for a stream after a while. It's been the last time I streamed was September 20th. With my last Persona 3 stream. But before that, we did a Genshin stream to start the story in Fontaine. That was September 15th, so it's October 12th now. So it's been almost a month, and I've been dying to do like the rest of the story. It's been a month, and I don't know how I haven't been spoiled yet. Because the story's been out since like August 15th. And I'm still in Act 1. And there's 4 acts now. So, we gotta get moving on the story. But before we do that, I need to do my daily quest because I just logged in. So, let me see what I need to do. What's new? Do I have mail? Just collect the stuff. I don't need any of this in my inventory. What else? I saw there's a new event? Poetry. Okay, I don't need to do any of this right now. I have 17 days to do this, so that's cool. I don't want to trigger that though, so how do I trigger that? I hope I don't trigger that. Oh, where is it? Huh? Maybe this one? Oh, this one. Okay, don't go there. Cool. I won't go there.
First, get into position.
What are my
like
daily
this.
quests? Before I do the actual story part. Where is the Inazuma? Okay, we're going to Japan to do this. We'll go here. Loktar, what up? Is this the stream for making fun of the French? No, this is, well, actually, I don't know how it's gonna go. If it's gonna go sour or what. We were appreciating the French last time, but we learned the French were a bit suspicious. The, magicians. Very sus. I'll do a recap if you guys, weren't here last time. And also if, because I also needed a recap. I had to, like, watch, like, the back end of the stream I did the first time. So I remember, okay, where did we leave off? I'll do a recap when I'm about to go back into the plot. Let me just clear these daily missions as you guys filter in. Went from Genshin France to the begetting Law and Order. I think that's an accurate description. I don't even need to recap of what we experienced last time. Oh. I thought I had my ultimate for a second. I was gonna use it. Never mind. I'll use this one though. Where are the things?
With all my strength.
In the meantime, we're in Japan. We went back to Japan before we go back to France. Speaking of that, why is everyone in Japan? Every single person on Twitter is in Japan. Now I know. It's like, well, I guess this is the most lit time to go to Japan and meet people. go October every year. Let's all plan. Let's all meet in Japan next year. Let's all go. I mean, everyone in this chat.
Squall Fury.
Cool. Where's the next one I need to go to? All the way here. Okay. That's fine. Where is... here. Oh yeah, the magic showed that was actually just murder. Yes. We have no remorse. That was just murder. Lene and Lynette are sus? Their brother from Lene, we barely seen him, but he must be just as sus too. I like the French, but I don't trust these French. I don't trust them. Avira's here. Is that the Ange soy milk? Oh my god, I'm dying. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do this quick. It's a time challenge, right? Yeah, okay. Yes, it's the Ange soy milk. Backed by unpopular demand. I'm not killing anything. I don't have time. Give me this. Oh my god, teleport me! Hello? Game? Oh, there it is. Are you broken?
Follow me.
Hello? There. Oh my god. Okay, we're doing this the classic way. The game's not working with me. There we go. Next. Meteor strikes from tech aliens on the beach. Where do I go? Here. Need to go to Japan so bad. Everyone on the Twitter living their best lives. I keep wondering, I'm like, how are you guys affording to go to Japan? Like so simple.
Wind rises.
I know what the price is for you guys. Canadian, it's like up to $2,000 for a round trip. Okay? And if you plan right, you can get cheaper tickets. Like, cheaper is only like, what, 1,700? We're the Uncle Joshi Twitter kids who can't sit at the cool table.
Too slow.
Did you see Tombo getting everyone we know and love in the group photos? Yeah! I'm especially jealous of the Neil Bishki gun photos. I'm actually proud. The two people mainly that got this all was Tombo and... oh shit. Tombo and Scott. I saw those two get it. The Neil Bishki gun photos. I'm proud of them. They got the rose from Saki-sama too. Which I tried to call it out on Twitter. Well, I did after. But I didn't get to mention this beforehand, but like about 3 or so weeks ago, I was contacted by a Japanese fan that they were doing they're doing fan projects for like the retirement. So for Wrestle Princess, they were planning on doing like a flower bouquet stand thing for Saki-sama. And I felt honored. I was like, you know, that's pretty nice that I was contacted for that. It's like, wow, they must realize, like, wow, you don't shut up about her on Twitter. Here, help us do this fan project. I did get to post the photo, but like, after they sent me a picture of like, there was like a actual like, a separate bouquet that was sent to like her dressing room or something with wait, what is the saying? You want to eat meat? Okay, whatever. Oh, I have to cook for you? Yikes. What's in my inventory already? Hold on. I think... maybe goulash. I think that's in my inventory. I don't want to go cook anything. Where is she? Yeah, eat this. Oh, okay. Oh, I have 2 of these. I'm gonna take this one. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's good. But yeah, it was, there's like a separate, bouquet that was sent to like her dressing room, and, it has all our like names listed who contributed, and then I see my name right there towards the I think I was talking with, Keiko, because she also, helped with this fan project thing too. And then it's like, oh, both our names are at the top, as we should. I'm like,
Thank you for
Saki-sama knows what loyal, disciples we are. Okay, that's all done. I am just going to... top level Bishki babies. Damn right, we went out as top level Bishki babies. What am I saying went out? We're not, okay? Nobishkigun's not dead. They'll never be dead. She said she's going to another ring. Not exactly, I think in a literal sense. But a figurative sense, but she's basically kind of like going off to France and back home. Bishkigun is, I guess does that technically mean that she's ridded Tokyo Joshi of, their ugliness? Because that was her original goal. Or maybe she just gave up. She's like, you know what? You're all gonna stay ugly. I need to go heal. Hold on. Where's the waypoint? Krusty Ruffles put my head in a toilet and called me a nerd. Oh snap. We're canceling people on Twitter. I haven't played Genshin since it came out in English, and I'm tempted to play again. Honestly, it's really, really good. The story, I think the beginning story is, you know, like a classic, like a, you know, Dragon Tale. When they get to Inazuma, which is here, I think the story really gets good. And then Sumeru, it gets better from there. I think people are saying Sumeru has the best story, but I think like now that Fontaine's coming out, they'll decide once the Fontaine story is done. Okay, where am I going? Blah 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 blah. Up. Opera House, right? Oh, since the last time, because we only had this area of Fontaine open, the game updated at the end of September, like September 20 something. And they added a new area, so there's a whole new like section up here now. There's like a section here that's pretty cool. It's like water, like you could swim. Oh, I've never shown you guys this because I forgot to last time. But yeah, there's like these like water patches in like the air that you can actually swim in. You can actually go through them and swim. That was a bit of a headache to get the waypoints for that. But I didn't even show you, like, we went to Fontaine and we didn't even swim once. There's an underwater mechanic in this region. So you can't drown if you're in Fontaine. Well, you can't drown if you're under the water in Fontaine. Let me show you guys since I didn't do it last time. It's so pretty underwater. It's so pretty underwater. See, you can go underwater. It's like every video game with the underwater levels. And I always hated the underwater level in video games. Like, Kingdom Hearts? I didn't like the underwater mechanics. Fighting underwater is not that fun. I still don't understand how to do most things underwater because I barely come here. Don't know how a lot of things work. So we'll be learning. See, he's even giving me a tutorial what to do. Okay. Oh. Okay, we don't need to be underwater though. Go back up. It's a pretty mechanic. I think at some point in the story they're gonna make me do that. Okay, what was our original thing we were doing? We were going to the opera house. We were at the opera house, but I had to boot out of the quest because I ran out of time to finish it. Where's the quest? This. So we have to go back in the opera house. I'll give the recap. Nobishkigun to NXT finally. I was like where are they going? Nobishkigun to Stardom. Nobishkigun to AEW. Or is there a France Wrestling League? Fuck yeah, get Sakisama versus a college cheerleader. Sakisama clears. Drawn underwater to haunt those fish for the rest of their lives. Or maybe it's good news for them. They can eat my dead remains. Okay. Back into the opera house. Use perception. Okay, so what happened? Here's the recap of last time. We arrived in Fontaine. The region that is, you know, the nation of justice. We meet Linné, Lynette, and also their other brother, Ferminet, later. But Linné and Lynette are magicians. Ferminet is like a diver. They seem normal, they're very nice to us, but they're kind of sus. Also, there's Lady Farina that we meet. We meet her very shortly after. Who is the Hydra Archon, aka like the god of the region. We learn that she's very eccentric. I think you guys called her something Saki-sama. I forgot. It's not Walmart Saki-sama, was it? But basically, she wanted to arrest us for like trivial reasons, but it didn't work out. And then we also learned there's two prophecies. Not really no. There's one prophecy in Fontaine, and then there's one like crimes going on in Fontaine. There's a prophecy that everyone in Fontaine is born with sin, and then one day the water will flood Fontaine and drown everyone, washing away their sin, leaving Lady Farina weeping on her throne, all alone. So that's a prophecy. I'm pretty sure by the end of the story something like that might happen. We might have to fight some big water boss. It's gonna try to kill everyone. And there's also like a case going on where there's young women disappearing for the past 20 years. I don't know why they haven't solved this for 20 years, but that's been going on. And then it seems to lead into what happens next. Because we get invited to go to the Opera House, which is here, to watch Lynette and Lynette's magic show. But then everything goes wrong. Water tank snaps above and crushes a box holding a woman of the audience. Well, no, actually, what happened is she was in the box, and then she, I don't know what happened, she disappeared somehow. And then their assistant was found in the box instead, and then they were crushed and killed and murdered, basically. So the girl's missing, the assistant's dead, and Lynette is like the prime suspect. And then for some reason, Lady Farina decided just to make me his attorney, even though I didn't consent. Well, I did consent after, but I didn't want to. So now, caught up now, we are an attorney, so we have to build a case to prove Lynette's innocence, even though I don't want to. And then also we are we have to play detective too for some reason. So our job right now is to investigate the crime scene. And it's just me and the party. What did I just do? What? Oh, I think I just found a clue.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
I just left the Opera House for like 1 month. And just came back to continue the story, so you're terrible at your job. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, I could just, oh yeah, I have a detective clue book, or whatever. I think I'm supposed to find clues until I can fill out the stuff. Interesting. Guess I gotta talk to everyone.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case.
Against our will.
Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection.
This sounds like the same voice actress for Lady Farina. It might be.
So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Paimon's still wearing this. I love it.
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave.
She seems too confident. I don't know.
We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
I don't know if I should trust them.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Entrances and exits to the Opera House. No one left the Opera House during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave. So what does that mean? Had their identities cleared by the guards. Well, we gotta talk to the guards! So, how many clues are we up to? Do I need to talk to anyone here? Okay, I talked to her. has a check mark. Okay, that makes my job easier. What about... Oh! Something up the stairs?
Hey, you! Yes, both of you. Over here. I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Who's this? And who are these dudes? Let me read. Of course it's a murder in France world. Nation of Justice would be a wrestling staple from the 80s. Honestly, that's actually a pretty good name, Nation of Justice. The weird French criminal family, yeah, the blonde ones. I'm blonde too, though. Saki-sama is dead, right? No, Saki-sama is not dead. It was Dollar Store Saki. Okay, Dollar Store Saki-sama. That's what Lady Farin is called. You gotta agree to cookies to leave, to leave the opera house. I wish death upon Paimon. A lot of people do. The voice gets annoying. Skimo, Eagle Panic! What the Kelly? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Okay, who's this? Well, I kind of know who she is because they like teased her as a character, but I don't know anything about her still.
Huh? You mean us?
What is this area?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Also among those. Okay, so she seems like she wants to know the truth too.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Yeah, Ego. Sorry, she looks so rich and fancy. Is this our next Saki-sama we're finding in France? Ego, what the fuck is that blue badge next to my name? I'm wondering too. It says artist. So I was like, ooh, artist. I probably have that too. Who are you? She looks expensive.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
Spina di Rosula? What's that? Look at this hat. The hat. She's Saki-sama coded. We found her.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it. Spina di Rosula does it.
Okay. Is everyone very eccentric here? So we have Lady Farina, who's Dollar Store Saki-sama. This is $10 Saki-sama. Loctard, turns out there's just knockoff Saki-samas all over the place in France. It's seeming like it, and I welcome it. Ego, not even been here for a minute, and I already want to drop kick Poimon to the moon. Bye, Poi? Hi, Poi? Poimon?
And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Her name's Navia? She's so pretty! What is this? She's got I was looking at this like gem in her hair. Her eyes are like sparkle, sparkle.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
Okay, boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
She's even got her assistants who like they have drip.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Okay.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
They're French, that's why.
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
Oh, she's a woman in power, everyone. Very Saki-sama coded. What's her previous title, huh?
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
Demoiselle. Okay, so she was Demoiselle and she became the boss. Demoiselle sounds fancier because it's French.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Lady Navia. There we go. We found a name.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
I still have no clue what that is.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
You think he's innocent?
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition. Naturally, my unparalleled intuition.
Objection! What? Well, she's not really pointing. But I was like, this angle's close enough. Okay. Her intuition, so we have nothing much to go off of.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
What are you guys saying? Versailles, Ohio. Wait, what? Oh, wait, Eagle, beep, 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 beep. Screaming adios poi as I hurl her into a volcano. Paimon. Eagle, she's gonna say bye poi when I send her to Mars with a football style kick. You guys really don't like Paimon. She's emergency food rations, don't. Loktar, it's so weird that they have these French aristocrat coded characters and they all talk like they're from Ohio or something. This game, I think there's a French dub. Actually, I lied. No, there's only 4 dubs for this game. It's English, Japanese, Mandarin, and Korean. But then the language translations are like, there's a lot more translations for the languages written, but there's no dub for them. Loktar, it's called Funimation. Oh my gosh. But Funimation's dead. It's like, I think they merged with Crunchyroll, right? Which makes sense. So you don't have to get a subscription for both. If you get a subscription for your anime watching, I don't know. Who I don't know. I totally have a Crunchyroll subscription. I've never pirated anything. Beautiful place. Walls as gold as the corn. That's Nebraska. It's not even hate. She's just really puntable. I mean, Paimon and the size of a football. Paimon's a bit more lengthier though, but it could work. Okay, so Navia is not Lady Navia is not a Lady Farina worshipper. This is what we've learned from this. Liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her. Okay. Well, when you put it like that.
All right, I've answered your question. Now it's time you answer mine.
And did I ask you a question? I don't remember.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me.
Sure.
In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
It makes it more entertaining.
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be?
Stop with the difficult questions. Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment. I disagree with that. Doing so makes it easy for... Sure, let's go with this.
See, Silver and Maloose? I told you they'd be different.
Oh, we're different. We've caught our interest, everyone.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent.
You just have to be very eccentric here in this region, what I've learned.
No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
I didn't consent, but I agree.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Since when did I become Linnea's attorney? I'd rather work with Navia.
Oh, well, I can be the assistant, sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
Damn, she trusts me so easy. It's like, well, I guess you could be my boss if you want.
That's more like it.
I don't really want to be the boss here, though. I think you're missing the point, Paimon. Seems like you already agreed then. Let's just annoy Paimon.
Far be it from me to
Paimon.
brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth.
What are we gonna say at the trial, though? It's like, where's your evidence? It's like, oh, it's Lady Nevia's intuition. This still isn't evidence.
You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister?
Is she telling that to me? I'm a silent protagonist. What is she getting at?
And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, he's cool. Especially with a name like that, Silver.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks. Thanks!
Okay. I don't know what I got from that. Anything else to say?
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson.
What? I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson. In fish? Poisson means fish.
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic. If I could make things disappear, cleaning my room would be a cinch.
Second? So... I need like 9 clues and whatever... okay, evidence. Clues. Okay.
You need not worry about such things, Demoiselle. That falls under my duties.
Oh, right.
I mean, she's not dressed like a... Oh, can I sit beside her? Oh, it's not letting me sit down. I'm just invading her personal space. Look at this drip, though. And the hat. Look, it's very Saki-sama coded. This is the nicest designed French character we've had so far. She's got drip. She's going to be playable eventually. I think it's gonna take a while. Maybe like a 3 or so more months. Right now, who's playable? They added him, so you can roll for him and get him as a character right now. You have 5 days left, and then we haven't met him yet in the story. But there's one guy. There's this guy that I really want. He's coming out in 5 days. I'm gonna roll for him because I want him. Hu Tao's also on the banner, but I already have a Hu Tao. Oh, I can't bring her out. And then they announced that Lady Farina will be available after these two. So I'm saving up my materials to get them. But I want her, I like her. I like her already. Okay, any more clues here? I have like a clue radar thing. This was up the stairs, right? I'm so confused, so wait. So wait, the opera's upstairs, and this was just a random, like, area. Like, is this, where is this? Is this, like, her office? What just happened? A bot? Banned by Ego Panic. Let me catch up, let me read. What were you guys talking about? How many yards could you kick Paimon? Oh my god. Fun history fact, the US tried to go metric when it was founded, but the French ship carrying the universal meter to establish the system sank at sea. By the time it was tried again, the President Carter's time, we were too stupid to know how it worked and gave up. I am... Good talk. I am Canadian, so none of this is relevant to me. French ruining everything, nothing new. Ego. Also, I'd say I could probably kick her 150 yards, 180 under good wind conditions. The only thing French are good for are funny names. Ananas? You mean like pineapple? Pomme de terre? Crowd killer. Pomme de terre. That should be... Why doesn't Pomme use something like that? Her name is so, like... But you can make use of it with French pomme de terre. Pomme means apple. I want to play for the NFL. Speaking of sports, does anyone here know anything about the NBA? Only when the Toronto Raptors are winning. Then everyone in the city suddenly knows something about the NBA. I don't even watch even if we're winning, I don't even watch it. But I would go watch a game live if someone wanted to go. I wouldn't watch a baseball game live though. Well, they're cheap. The tickets are cheaper, but honestly, baseball, I cannot even watch baseball on TV. It's so long. That's how we know. We're trying to compete with Hot Dog Talk. Yeah, apparently in Just Chatting, there's someone streaming Hot Dog Talk. I don't know exactly what that entails, but that does sound lit. What just happened? Is that a clue? I can't tell if, like... Okay, whatever. Let's go in. Where are we? Oh, it's telling me to go down here. Or outside. There's something on my radar. There's a couple things on my radar. There's a couple things. Oh my god. I almost like got fall damage for that. Is there something here? Oh, there's people here. Oh my god, there's Linnea and Lynette. I'm not talking to the murderers yet. Where are you telling me to go? Are you telling me to talk to them? Okay, fine, I'll talk to them. Molly.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
Okay. That didn't really tell me much, but sure. There's something here. Oh, the box. It looks like an ordinary box, but Linné somehow moved instantly from stage to being inside of it. How did he do it? There's a teleport waypoint in there. Okay. What else? Something up here. Hello.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too.
Who's this man? How many clues? What did we just get? Oh, we didn't get anything from that? Okay.
If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
Why do I care?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly.
Hmm?
It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it.
There was a loud thud, aside from the water tank dropping?
It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Now he's cooking. I mean, that's what I suggested at first. I'm like, well, where was Lynette when this trick was going on?
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case? That is true. If she cut off one side. And like one by one.
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon though. What was with that sound?
What was the loud thud? I don't remember that. Oh, strange sound during the magic show. During the switching performance, there was a audible thump that many audience members heard. Wasn't it him just like struggling in the box? I think I have to go up there for like the last... It says 2 out of 3. But like I think I'm missing some clues. I think I need more clues. I'm not gonna... It's telling me to go up there, but I don't think I should yet. Let me check the back. One more time. If I'm missing anything back here. No? No one to talk to? I'll call you. And then she's still here. Well, I guess I gotta go to the front. I thought I had to fill out that notebook by the end of this section, but it looks like maybe it's an ongoing thing. I just keep the notebook. And investigate the whole time. The whole French story. How do I get on stage? Do I just have to climb like a peasant? Oh god, how did I get on stage? Oh my god, there's 3 on stage. Get me on the stage. Okay, did I already talk to you? I don't know.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Oh, the gacha was rigged?
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
So Lynette only murders women.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time.
And this is the first time someone's realizing this? After how many performances they've done? No one, like, has thought to say, oh, it always seems to pick the number 7 every time.
I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
Okay.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
That is sus. It's like he personally picked out everyone's seat.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Thanks, sorry to bother you.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Okay, random number selector. This device was used during Linny's magic performance to choose a lucky member of the audience. However, the guards have found that it will generate the exact same number no matter what. Clearly, someone has tampered with it. Clearly, Linné himself has tampered with it. What's going on in this chat? Sketchy Russian websites to make us really popular. From Stardom Quest, participate in Fantasy NBA League. Oh, Ego's gotta learn basketball now? Payment is the downfall of the French state. Oh, Paimon. Poi, head empty with an endearing kind of way. Paimon, head empty in a I wanna kick you all the time, all the way to Nebraska kind of way. Why Nebraska? Where did Nebraska come from? Eggpoi, head empty in a German kind of way. Eggpoi, I like Eggpoi. Instead of buy go and whatever you're trying to start ego, I like Eggpoi. The RNG wasn't real, it wasn't. It was a work. Head empty in the German kind of way is being racist. It does come off as that. Eagle Poinik. Okay. This is cooking. Eagle Poinik. Okay, what are we investigating here? Damaged box. Broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. No! What am I looking for here? This is where the magic box was struck. If Cowell weren't inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged the falling water tank. I don't think he would have dodged that. Even if he was standing beside it. That must have been, like, dangerous. What else? Rope!
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall.
The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Are they still thinking someone cut it? So either Lene didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Hmm? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope snapped. Does it look cut?
Look! This bit is made from different material!
Ooh?
Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
It seems to be flammable, like a type of flash cotton.
Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means...
Did someone change the ropes?
Wait! Why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes!
Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna have to put this together at the end. I don't know. Maybe I need to actually pay attention a bit more. This special rope, this rope was used to suspend the water tank. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched on stage. The investigation has shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. So it's purposely made of flammable material. What's over here? Oh, Maurice.
Hello there! What are you investigating?
Is this going to be on the test? Now I realize, I'm like, okay, wait. They're gonna probably ask me this. I'm actually doing a trial, for real. That's actually Ace Attorney now. Which, by the way, I did, actually. This actually was kind of interesting, this, like, detective work back then. Even though, and then also me, eventually having to act as an attorney. We made so many Ace Attorney jokes last time. I actually went out of the way and bought all of Ace Attorney in their collection. So maybe one day we can play Ace Attorney. I bought like the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles and then the Phoenix Wright one, so it's like the 5 games. And then in January they're coming up with the Apollo one. So I just bought all of Ace Attorney because it was on sale. Because they were having because of the Tokyo Game Show last month. They're having like a lot of PlayStation like deals. And like deals I think everywhere. So I got it for like a good price. 5 games for like, I don't know, 20 bucks. So I think that's pretty good.
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence.
I unmute the stream and I hear that Ange is now an attorney too. Yeah? I myself am an attorney. Because I bought Ace Attorney. So now I'm living... Well, right now I'm an attorney and I'm the detective. I need more people to like help me out, man. I made so many friends in this game. Literally, there's a girl that's a lawyer in this game. Why don't I just call her? She's in Leeway. She's a lawyer. Extraordinary Attorney Ange. I mean, I kind of... What was my title before? I made a Persona joke with my title. Ace Detective. Ange is on the case. Because Persona, it's like Junpei Ace Detective. I could have said Ace Defective. I was thinking, what joke do I need to make? Do I need to make an Ace Attorney joke? I still have some jokes. When we do more streams. We have more jokes to make for our titles.
The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Chris, fuck you! He just came in the chat. Ange is a joke. Chris comes in for like a few minutes, it says something, and then leaves. I'm like, wow. Something that upset me. 600-second timeouts. That's going to come in handy when I get sued for recreating Cameo's photo book shot for myself. A kitty cat said if we get, what was it, 1,000 or how many subs? That he's gonna recreate the Cameo photo book cover where she's like licking her own foot, even though I thought it was someone else's foot. Well, it's leg, but foot sounds more interesting when you say. She's about to get arrested for practicing law without a license. Hey, they approved me. They made me the attorney. I don't know anything about the law. I'm breaking laws. Every time a mildly relevant YouTube personality makes an Ace Attorney video essay, it ends up in my recommendations. You're stuck now. Let me finish this and I'll answer the question, Chris. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the... Okay. We're Linnea and Lynette's attorneys. I don't care.
Sure. It's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find
So you can tell us about the girl?
Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show.
How'd they get all this?
The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Did they all attend this magic show before?
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Okay, information about the missing lady's identity. Halsey is the missing person. She's a famous painter and came to watch the magic show in order to take a break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have been entangled in quarrels with any of the members of Linnea's magic troupe.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Where's my clue thing? Hello, game? I want to pull it up. Where is it? Ah, this, right?
Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand.
It's like a button that I can get Paimon to talk.
Whoever the murderer was...
Okay, shut up.
This rope was obviously tampered with.
So our evidence is the report, which just kind of like highlights, what is it? Highlights what happened. So, okay, blah blah blah. Rope. Rope made of some kind of cotton, whatever material that was flammable.
People needed to register and reserve a seat for the show. That, combined with this number selector, could allow you to pick a young lady instead of some old fogey.
Okay. So this is rigged?
Why would it be him? How strange.
Okay, someone has something against the cowl, the assistant.
Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got solved.
Okay, so apparently she's just a normal woman who just paints and has no connections.
We all heard that noise, didn't we?
Some kind of sound happened before the switcheroo happened.
The performance would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. If Paimon were on duty, she would have snuck back into the audience seating.
No one left the opera house during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards. So the guards might be in on this, okay? We don't trust the guards. And every time I talk to a guard, they seem to be very like, oh, you're actually like trying to defend Lynette? I think every single guard has said that to me. And then any like outside person, like Navia, seems to claim that Lynette is like innocent. So the guards might be in on this. Okay, what was the question, Chris? Hey Ange, did you enjoy Wrestle Princess 4? It's kind of like... Ego, you can watch the full 5-hour watch-along VOD on this Twitch channel to find out if she enjoyed it. That's us promoting ourselves. No hostility. I think it was an okay show. I think beforehand a lot of people were like, well, the card doesn't seem as stacked, and I kind of was like that too. And then the venue and stuff too, it's like it didn't give like the big show kind of energy. Like I don't think a lot of people are talking about it right now too. It was okay. The only matches what were the matches even? Let me check my phone for a second. I had that picture that has like the whole card. Where is it? Where is the card? Aha. The only match well, of course, it's Neo Bishigun's match. The only 3 matches I kind of liked, or like was like really like stuck with me, is the free Wi-Fi versus Toyomate's championship match. The Neo Bishigun match, of course. Even though I don't think that was their, if that was their last match, I don't think it was necessarily like a phenomenal last match. I enjoyed like their previous ones, even like the show that they had Mocha and Miyu, like they had that random like show. That match was even more like fun for me.
First get into position like this, then move like that.
And then also, I hate to say it, but like the Miss Arai match was entertaining to watch. They really tried to make Miss Arai look like $1,000,000 in that match. And I'm a big Miyu Watanabe fan, but like I feel like they just really, that match, like all I can remember is Miss Arai in that match. No one twist my words. It's just the booking and how they presented her in that match. Kitty Cat, Miyu basically did nothing, yeah. It was basically an Arai handicap match. I don't know what they were cooking. I was shocked. That match was enjoyable for me because if it has Miss Arai, it's like, yes, Miss Arai's gonna get beat up, but honestly, they made her look really good in that match. So I haven't said much. No one's been fighting me with me on Twitter about it. I'm surprised none of those Yuki fans are rubbing it into me. I can't believe, what is this? A kitty cat? I can suck my own feet, sure. Everyone's up to ShinKickCollective on OnlyFans. ShinKickCollective is gonna be our OnlyFans name. Feet? Yeah, I'm not promising feet or anything. That's all them. The homies. When we release our Grover Cup. Or the ShinKickCollective Grover book. Since everyone's doing it now. Saki Akai, Kamiyu. We've got to put out our own. I can't believe Ange is acting as an attorney for a human trafficking ring. That's what it's gonna unravel to, isn't it? Lady Rai beat Aja. She did not beat Aja.
Take a deep breath.
She beat Ryo Mizunami. And Yuki Aino. She'll never beat Aja.
And then, poof.
It definitely seemed more low-key than previous Wrestle Princess shows. Yeah, I didn't give the... I was like asking as soon as the show started, I'm like, what happened to the budget? Did we pay for the pay-per-view, the amusement park pay-per-view? They made lots of money off us. Because everyone bought the pay-per-view and everyone bought like multiple support tickets. To get... I bought that stupid Yuki Arai support ticket to watch her eat food and be evil for like 10 minutes. For like $20 something, $23 I think. They made money. So I'm like, so what happened? They could get Ryogoku or Otaward, any of them, even Kuroken Hall. Okay, shut up, Avira. She was $1,000,000 already. I mean, look at her. Her looks are priceless. Disgusting. Ew. Juri Nagano, she lost, right? I was about to say, I thought Mocha, they were gonna let her beat Mocha. Hikari intentionally. Oh, Eagle's cooking more, right? Is this to the more to another chapter to the yearbook? Hikari intentionally lost to Arai in the TPC so she would lift the curse, and without the curse holding her back, she managed to win the belt. You'd love to see it. Eagle, what if they do something stupid and they decide to say, "Hey, we're gonna bring Reiwa AA Cannon back for another time," and then like on November, Saki Kai retires, I think November 13th. Like November 12th or something. Or I don't know what day, but they're gonna be like Reiwa AA Cannon versus free Wi-Fi. And then free Wi-Fi loses. It hurts to be beautiful. I would know, I'm French. I'm a disciple of Saki-sama. Oh, I'm sorry, Angela, I forgot Arai isn't adequately endowed for you. Okay, I'm leaving.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Making notes.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
A rose? Not you, it's too soon. It's too soon to talk about roses.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Oh, she's just joining with the investigation then.
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower.
What is Spina di... I still don't know what this is. Organization.
Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole situation.
I've only been in this, like, region for, like, 1 day at this point. But this is the second day, I guess, after arriving. And everyone trusts me too easily. And I trust people too easily.
And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
So they're revealing their magic tricks to prove their innocence?
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same?
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
I don't remember either.
Very good indeed.
Or I guess I did.
I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Wait, does that mean there's another box inside this one? What?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Okay. It's like an elevator? Where are we going?
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
How the hell does this work? A passageway? And this passage link the 2 boxes together?
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place.
So what is he doing? Is he just going under, like running to the other box?
The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel.
Right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel.
See this flatbed trolley?
Sure, not far away. Yeah, I can see it.
The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
Okay, wait, okay. So then, I think I get it. Right, then there's the main boxes on the stage, and then there's a smaller box inside, and then it drops down here and transports them to the other side. Okay.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
Okay, that explains the audience member side.
So that's how you did it!
What about his side?
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
See, I'm cooking now. Exactly what I thought. Then what about your side of the trick?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect.
A phonograph?
My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
So that was all pre-recorded. It was a work? When the countdown began, I already gone to the opposite box. Via a tunnel using... There's another tunnel?
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
Mm-hmm.
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
What do you mean?
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
Wait, what? You're saying she's the one that came out of the... I don't believe that. Change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. I can tell. Look at the difference in height. First of all. I think they're just bullshitting us a bit. I don't think they're giving us the full truth. They're making some excuses.
And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
Are they actually twins? She keeps calling him like the older brother, right? I don't know.
So that's how it all worked! Wow, every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
But Lynette's a cat girl, so they're not identical. Ego. Oh, so that's why they made him a twink. So they can stay more identical? What are you guys saying? Arai's leaving Hikari alone because she helped her in the tourney. Okay, I see. Help with the TPC. Back to work. Everyone has stopped having fun without me. Have fun, kitty cat! Sorry for daytime streams. Kitty out here being the best workhouse in the biz. I got mouse to feed. My own. You go, this dude has a teardrop tattoo. Of course he's the killer. Stop trying. 100%. Lynette probably has a tattoo somewhere too. If I really look hard enough. You can't trust them. Okay, I can tell a lot of thought was put into this. It's a magic trick. It has to be.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending.
So so apparently she did that when he like popped up for a few seconds? It doesn't make sense. They still don't look alike. Like your teardrop tattoo. Come on. Jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box. Okay.
And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
Should they have like some staff underground here to make sure the trick goes smoothly? Then they would have seen where the girl went.
We really don't know how that happened.
I don't believe that.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
That's sus.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Okay, so there's more clues down here. The magic trick. Lynette gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. Using the box inside the box. Idea for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via tunnel underneath. Lynette himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Meanwhile, having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of the onstage interactions. Still don't believe it. Onstage box structure. Additional layer to its rear, in which Lynette in Lynette's clothes remained hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Lynette had been instantly... Okay, no. I don't believe this part. Audience side. Magic box at the center of the audience has 2 layers. Beneath it is an entrance to the underground tunnel. This was how the lucky audience member was meant to be. Okay. So there's a hole in the opera house? How is there an underground tunnel? Because they said this is their first time performing at the opera house. Did they get a permit to build this? Where's the hole in the floor? In the audience? Examine control board. Control device for the trolley. Seems to be able to operate automatically. Yeah, where's the staff under here, huh? What else? The ladder? A ladder is required in order to return the magic box above. How?
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope.
A grappling hook?
There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Some kind of grappling hook? Linnea didn't mention this either.
Perhaps
earlier.
It was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
It's placed very suspiciously.
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Dropped hook rope. A rope that has fallen to the ground. A metal hook has been latched to one end of this rope. Its use is unclear. Did someone use a grappling hook to get up there and cut the wires or something? Ego, I think the twink is guilty, but I hope they arrest Poimon anyways. She's gone away with it for too long now. You might be onto something. By the end of the game, I think Paimon's actually gonna be like the big bad boss.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
No, the floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip. Well, someone should put a wet floor sign here, no?
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Left over from the glass tank. Maybe it was for a trick?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear? And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Broken flower vase. There are many pieces of broken flower vase of a broken flower vase on one side of the tunnel. All the water within has been spilled. Judging from the distance, it seems unlikely that it was knocked over by the trolley meant to transport the magic box. Maybe it was the culprit getting away. They bumped into this and broke it, trying to escape. And also dropped their grappling hook. This clothing. What is that?
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right?
Her clothes are missing now too?
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Linnea didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them? Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
What happened to her glasses? It's like swirls. Young lady's clothes. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Where is she? Is she wearing different clothes? Does she have clothes even? I'm starting to think maybe this lady was also in it. Maybe she just made her escape and changed her identity. What am I looking at? Huh? What am I supposed to be examining tracks? High precision is required to complete this magic show, and the tracks are perfect for making the trolley stay on its designated course. Is there anything else? Oh, there's a couple more things. Storage boxes. All kinds of props and costumes are haphazardly stuffed inside. We should investigate it. The trolley. The trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan. And what's the last thing? Vent? That's their getaway spot. This must have been the getaway spot.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go through the magic boxes, and Linné and Lynette were in the 2 magic boxes.
Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down.
Tunnel vent looks like it could allow 1 person passage, barely. But leaving along with the missing lady seems unreal. So maybe the lady is... is the lady herself the suspect? Return to the surface.
Just
Okay.
about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
Where's this ladder? Oh, the other ladder. A streaker. I knew it. She's a streaker. Paimon is wanted in 58 states for several violations of the Geneva Convention. Old Japanese man glasses, the ones Paimon was wearing. Reminds me of that one kid in Sailor Moon. His eyes are always like that one like swirly effect.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene.
So what do I have? So I have this many, 7 out of 9 clues. Oh, there's more evidence. So Opera House Tunnel. So we have the hook rope, broken vase, and her clothes. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to piece this together. Okay, so we know how that works. Takes them underground, transports them. This is... I still don't understand this part. Apparently Lynette was wearing Linné's clothes. And appeared out of the box to give the illusion that he did the trick instantly. And then... Tunnel vent. Okay.
Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. It seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
A lot of things don't add up.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
Do they just have guards like on watch in the basement? What do you mean during the performance or after the incident? And no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
It would seem so.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
Are we flipping sides now?
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
Linnéa's going to jail.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
So Nivelette and... I forgot what the Oratrice is again. It's some kind of device that's able to tell the truth or something? The Oratrice will too?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced.
Okay, something about the Fontaine energy I still don't get.
The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice.
Some kind of device that is able to read out sentences or guilty charges or innocent charges, claims.
To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Fascinating.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Okay.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? I thought Neuvillette called the shots.
But if that machine's also rigged? I don't know. I don't know if I'm trusting Fontaine's machinery and creations and inventions after that machine. I thought they were advanced with technology, huh?
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Why am I locked in here now too?
Huh? Why?
Why isn't Avia locked up in here? Wasn't she just a an audience member? Or like she seemed like she has a does she work here? Is this her like base of operations?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
I thought he said twinks. Wow. It came out sounding like that.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
I like this guy, Silver.
Whoa, there's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Man, shut up, Paimon.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
We're eating prison food already. Now's not the time to be picky.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
How nice. She's gonna take me to try, a crepe.
I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
A tea party. Like how I went to a tea party.
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Paimon.
Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Oh, we're in our cooking arc now.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
So we're cooking now. Okay. Ego, don't let Paimon cook. Can she even cook?
You're carrying a portable stove with you?
Oh my god, what is this? That's a stove? To quote Rush Hour, French women are naked 62% of the time. To quote Rush Hour. Or was it 52? Same difference. It's over 50%. Ego, French women are also French 100% of the time, and that's concerning. Did you know that German men are also German 100% of the time? Well, I had a question for you, Ego. I was gonna ask, because people usually ask this to people who are, like, bilingual. Do you dream in English or German? I'm curious. The old man was probably a proper twink 30 years ago. We will simply allow this random number generator to dispense justice. Now you may not look at how it works. No, you may not look at how it works. I don't trust anything. I'm just gonna end up in jail either way. I don't know why I'm doing all this. I should just go to jail and try to break out and leave the nation already. She's gonna make drugs. I don't remember most of my dreams, but they're usually German. Fair enough. I don't remember why. I've been dreaming more about wrestling, right? And I feel like I remember it more. I always write it down when it's like someone. I had a very Delulu dream the other day, but I won't explain it yet. Maybe later on.
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Baking needs, so she wants us to bake.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
This is so wholesome. It's kind of like Men in Black, or like we bake. By the way, we know how to bake. I have sugar, eggs, and almonds.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
So she's cooking, and they have the ingredients on them for some reason.
These three are quite the interesting group.
It must be a Spina de Rosula thing. I still don't know what that is. What is this organization? Macaron! Oh!
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven! Oh, It's even better now.
Holy shit, how did she make that with only those ingredients? There's no way she made... Macarons take a long time to make. I know because I wanted to try making it, but I realized it's like it's difficult. Edibles? No, it's not edibles. If you're... Oh, are we sharing wrestling dreams? I've shared it before. I had 2 Mr. Rai dreams. One was with Saki Akai. The other one was Mr. Rai being annoying. And me kind of being... I guess you could say I was being tsundere-ish in that dream. And then I had another one. About 2 weeks ago, I had Saki Akai in it. I won't explain that one yet. There's not too much detail to that one. But yeah, I've been having more Delulu dreams since I've been watching wrestling more often. Made it basically my brand to talk about. I love macarons. I think I mentioned this. I mentioned this on Twitter that I went to a tea party. The other, was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. Last Saturday. Yeah, it was last Saturday. And they bring it to you out, like, in, like, a kind of structure like this. But it had lots of things. It had mini sandwiches, it had quiche, it had macarons. I was living my, high society life. Even though I was called out for cultural appropriation on Twitter because of it. The bruvs, got offended that I went to a tea party. But I'm like, hello, you guys colonized me. So it's my culture now. The only dream that I had a wrestler in that I can remember was Chie one. Oh, a Chie one. Wow, that's kind of random. I had a dream where 2 Chie dreams of Vera. I had a dream where Chie Koshikawa was my classmate. I haven't been in the classroom for 10 years. Oh my god! Avira anime protagonist, where he meets Chie Koshikawa in his new school. He's a transfer student. Ego, which is crazy because I don't even watch Chakra Pro like that. It was only because of FBH and Too Much Sponge. Yeah, FBH and Too Much Sponge are like the big Chie fans. If I think of like the top of my head. But yeah, Saki Akai has appeared in my dream twice. Yuki Arai has appeared in my dream twice. Saki-sama has appeared in my dream once. It's not just them, but like there's other wrestlers that are like background characters, but like the main focus of the dream is like me having an interaction or some kind of encounter with them. Having some weird Delulu dreams. This is why I need to start writing the fanfictions, okay? Based off these dreams. Did your dream also involve someone trying to kill you? Holy shit. A kitty cat. The only wrestling dream I ever had was playing Smash Bros on a boat with Nyla Rose. And then after I lost it, she tossed me off and drove away. You're joking. That can't be a real dream. Oh, okay, well, it's Nyla Rose. That might happen in real life. That's unfortunate if that happens in your dreams, though, too. Okay, moving on. Let's eat the macarons.
From the way you had these 2 guys carrying all that stuff around, Hyman thought you'd have them do more during the baking process.
To just carry the supplies all the time. Stuff somewhere on them.
But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
Where's the kitchen here? Where did she do this? Where did we get a... Does the Opera House really supply this stuff to us? A tea... Like teacup, teapot.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
I like these guys. I like this trio right now. I'm gonna be very upset if they turn out to be, like, evil in the end. That's not quite what Paimon meant, but okay.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks.
Fancy ladies can only read books. No, that sounds about right. So this is Navi. Lady Navi is saying she's not like other kinds of fancy ladies. She's not like other kinds of girls. I bake. I'm willing to get my dress dirty. Making snacks. And this doesn't look like snacks. This is not snacks. This is premium snacks.
Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack.
Oh, I know.
Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
For everyone? Even Silver and the other guy's name?
Only 3?
That's cute! She made faces on them.
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite, strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
That's kind of basic. Strong black tea with the floral fragrance. I had a white tea when I went to the tea party. They had like a peaches and cream tea, and that was so delicious. But they gave me the options, like, do you want herbal tea, black tea, green tea, or white tea? I'm like, well, I'm not getting black tea. That's too basic for a tea party. I can get that anywhere. Thank you. Why don't you take a break as well? Thank you? Or no? If I say the other one, they probably will say no.
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
I had this in my lease.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber.
Avira, where is it? I think the pic where Chie is slumped on the school desk triggered it somehow. Chie has some fun pictures that can be used for any situation. I know the picture you're talking about. Ego. In my dream, I was on a school trip. Chie was my classmate and best friend, and it basically was just us running away from a hitman who tried to kill me. What? What kind of school trip is that? Running away from a hitman who tried to kill me. Well, if you're with Chie, okay, Chie has too much energy. You should have sent her as like a decoy to distract the dude. And she would outrun him and like spend all his energy. Ego, my brain works in strange ways. I hope scientists study it when I'm long gone. Avira, I do have dreams like scene changes where it could be a life or death thing. I had one that went from wrestling to a public shooting. Holy shit, what? Mine just kind of stays consistent. If it's in one setting, it'll just stay in the one setting. Avira, I'm in the USA after all. Yikes. Ego, I had a dream where I realized what? I had a dream where I realized in the dream that I was dreaming and then I woke up in my dream. Okay, that just fucked me. I'm gonna keep going.
However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines.
Are we saying that Linny and Lynette, like, knew this criminal? And, like, let them in on it?
The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
That's what you think. That's what we think right now.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
Because you could play it off as an accident, no? So apart from the twins, we're left with 2 other people and the missing girl and the deceased. We're still not talking about Fermanet. They have another sibling. A younger brother. He could be in on it. We haven't mentioned anything about him yet. We're left with 2 other people, the missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel.
So the criminal was in the tunnel with her, we're saying.
Resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction.
I don't know where this is going. Let's see. I don't want to say it.
Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
The hell did the criminal do? Rip her out of her clothes and give her something else to wear? And, like, kidnap her? Through a vent?
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists. That's true, it could just be the woman herself. When she went under there.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person.
You could say there was a struggle down there based on that evidence. Broken vase, the clothes.
But the only people left to consider are both technically victims. Whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowell.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
How would she make the modifications if she's an audience member? But she had no way of knowing how, no way of knowing how the magic trick worked.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guards said that she has never had any dealings with the magic troop's members.
But the guards are suspicious, though. Why are we trusting their word?
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing, though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
What are you guys saying? Ange, ditch watch JAV. I would like to hear unfiltered weird dreams sometime here. I think on a podcast episode once I told a Yuki Rai dream once. Maybe one day I'll start from the top. I said I was gonna write out these like make mini fanfiction of these dreams. I have like small notes on my phone, so I wouldn't forget what it was. Maybe just small snippets just for the fun of it. Because I know the Arai and shippers love this kind of stuff. Ego, I had a dream where I realized in a okay, wait, I already read that. Imagine how much it fucks you when it happens to you, I would think. If you're I had it where I like crashed my car, but I only realized it's a dream because I don't have another car aside from mine in real life. Ego, I'm gonna try to continue my dream diary again, so we can turn this into a thing. Yeah. Well, we need a name for this. We just talk about dreams, or we make up dreams. Like when I wake up, like I'll dream about something, but then I'll wake up, and then I'll be like, oh my god, wait, jot that down. Then I'll try to go back to sleep and finish the dream. Have you guys ever done that? Where you've woken up from a dream, and then you want to go back into your dream? Has it actually ever happened to you? I feel like it's happened to me at like a point or so. I feel like it's happened. Kitty Cat Dream Stream, finally. A stream of us playing LSD Dream Simulator, emulator, interspersed with our dream diaries. Dream diaries. Is that what you wrote? We're milking cows now. This is evolving too much. I only have like 2 or 3 written down, but they are bangers. No, because I have problems falling asleep. I don't dream unless I forget to take my meds. And then they're just sad. Oh no. I've had nightmares. The nightmares I have are the Miss Arai ones. Those aren't pleasant dreams.
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
Wasn't it 3 each? Paimon.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest.
These macarons are so huge. They're bigger. One of them is bigger than Paimon's head.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
How old is he? Melisse.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
Is this a new case now? Where's the missing macarons? She only ate 3. But 2 are missing from the table. It's fine. If you ate them, you ate them. Oh, it's fine. Everyone knows how much you love eating.
Wait. Even you don't believe Paimon?
Are you serious? She's not joking? Does someone actually eat the macarons?
If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
Oh my god, this is a new case.
Alright, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal.
We should jot this down as like a clue.
Melisse, set up the stove again if you would.
She's cooking again? She's not done cooking?
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Is she serious about this? Oh, there's really no need to do that.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
How much ingredients does this woman have?
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Just repeated the line.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
This is so wholesome. Navia does a second round of baking over the 2. Okay. However, the discussion that follows does not yield much progress.
That's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, But we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the two of you think the case over again.
It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial. Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snacks!
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go.
Malus.
I'll be back if I find anything new.
Where's she going? You can't leave. There is gonna be a third person, no? Third person being involved. Neither Cowell or Housley had a motive, but after having talked to Navia, the likelihood of a third person being involved seems very low too. No, it makes sense. Oh my god.
It's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial.
Already?
Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Right, they said that it's only I only have 1 day to make a case. Am I allowed to leave? Or is it gonna... am I locked in here? Oh, I can leave! What's it say? So, let me see my final clues. I have to go on trial.
Why would it be him? How strange.
Am I missing a clue?
Well, and that there was no third person. And Paimon didn't eat more than 3 macarons either.
So then someone stole your macarons, no?
Digging a tunnel just for a magic trick? Whew. Whoever the murderer, this is probably... Paimon doesn't get this at all.
Okay. We're gonna try to do something. I don't know how it's gonna go. Wait until the trial the following day, so I have to change the time. What did I say, 8 a.m.? 8 a.m.? I want to be on time. Okay, 8:01. What? I remember having a nightmare once that actually caused me to do a Kyoshi shocked sitting up thing. But I don't remember what caused this reaction. Kitty Cat's reply. Brazil beat Germany in the World Cup. Taking away one of the greatest sports moments in my life is truly frightening. Nobody believes Paimon because she's a criminal. She is the criminal. Kitty Cat. Paimon pushed my grandmother down a flight of stairs and then did a default Fortnite dance on her corpse. Paimon Fortnite skin win. Justice in France is fucking weird. I agree, Loktar. In medieval France, they'd lay... Oh gosh, what is this? In medieval France, they'd lay a baguette on you and add 1 baguette every minute you were crushed. Truly barbaric. Until you were crushed. That's not a good way to go out. Saki-sama not beheading one of her enemies is one of the biggest missed opportunities in wrestling. I agree. She is from Renaissance France, right? She was born in the 1700s? Wait. 17th century, I believe. You're 1 minute too late. The twink is gonna get executed. It's all your fault. That's true. I should have been more prompt. Saki-sama should have had a thorn whip? I agree. A thorn whip. Okay, we're going to the trial now. Why did I teleport all the way up here? Hold on. We gotta make our big entrance, okay? I'm not gonna just teleport to the opera house. We have to, make our big, slow walk. Actually, I don't have time for all that. Make our big dash. On our way to... fuck up.
Too slow.
Triple H WrestleMania entrance. I'm gonna make my slow walk up here.
Welcome to the Opera Epiclave.
To the opera house. In we go. Participate in the trial. Ego, don't worry. I'm an ace attorney. I will help you. Okay, Ego knows what he's doing. He's watched enough essay videos. Is there people in here? Oh, I thought it'd be like full with people. No one wants to watch it. Oh shit, what's happening?
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing.
I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by step.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands.
I also suspect them.
Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
I mean, that's true.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Why doesn't Navia just be their attorney? She knows just as much as I do.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
I ate macarons. I don't remember anything else.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
You're going to jail, son.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed.
Here she is, Miss Dollar Store Saki-sama, who we all love. Well, I do actually love her. I would love you because you will be playable next update. If you're a mommy. Here we go. Get ready. Here you go. Wearing a top hat in the stands of the theater is very dangerous. It's also very inconsiderate. No one can see behind you.
That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
She literally just made me their attorney because she was so excited to deal with me. Ever since I came in this region, she's like, oh, let's arrest you for, like, having Paimon flying. Just trying to find bullshit reasons to arrest me. I'm starting to think Lady Farina likes me a bit too much. Eagle, objection! Already, we're starting. Just you wait.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
It's empty.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Linnea clearly reveals the details of the magic trick. Everyone in the audience is stunned.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Remained hidden until within the magic box in the audience stands once the... Okay.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Yeah, kitty, top hats are just a cheap tactic to make weak gems stronger. But it works. It works, though. Ego, Your Honor, my client is just a silly little goof. Please consider that.
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Objection! She's doing it! She's doing it! But that's my line. How so? Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Mm-hmm.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
What did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
What, like the loud thump everyone's talking about?
No, nothing.
Interesting. If you're object me, Ange. When you say something very sus, I will object you. Ego. You buffered for a second. Okay, we're good. Ego, you're the prosecutor. You're not supposed to point. This woman does not know how court works. She hasn't played Ace Attorney, everyone. Maybe I need to gift her a copy of that to get out of here. The Roaring Count. Angel, not Ange, conceded. It looks like my name, okay? Why would you call her Angel? Lady Farina's an angel now? Conceited? Okay, I'm not conceited. People get my name wrong all the time. If I say my name's Angela at like Starbucks or like wherever, some people will get it right. Some people will get the first bit of my name right and then fuck up the rest. It'll be like Angel, Angelina. They'll add to my name. I just make sure I get the beginning part correct when I pronounce my name. Ange, Allah. France courts are different. They are different.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
So the thud. Yeah, I still don't know what the thud is.
Huh?
That's your first time hearing this?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
How could Linné not know about that sound? Ego, objection! I didn't hear anything. Exactly. No, wait, that's wrong. Did they write it like Angle? I've gotten Angle before. I've gotten, like, nicknames from friends, I will say. Angle, I've gotten Angola, because Angola's a country. What else have people called me? Angelina. Oh, Angie. I hate Angie. That's the worst nickname of them all. And because I told people that I hate the name Angie, then some people just do that for fun. Kurt Angle soy milk. Kurt Angle soy milk. No.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
So the thud came from inside the box, they're saying.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Is it from which box? The audience members one or his box? Oh?
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
They probably represent the Oratrice's stance on the trial.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye.
She's having so much fun with this. Ego, objection! Define box. I don't know what a box is. Evira, fun fact, my youngest sister's name is Angela, and yes, it's Angie for her, but she's 14, so she hates it now. No one ever called me that when I was a kid. But like, I knew someone also with the name Victoria. It's like similar. They were like, oh, I hate the nickname Vicky. I'm like, oh my god, I feel the same. I hate the nickname Angie. My coworker calls me, I don't even want to say it. It's just so gross. Angie Poo? I hate that one. He's trying to make like a cute nickname for me. I'm like, ew, 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 ew. Cancelled. You go, I'll snow. Kitty Cat, my friend recently changed their name to Alex, and apparently have gotten to the point that people call them Al, and he hates it. I would do that. Al Snow. So typing Angie here is very slimy. Angie is a big no-no. No one ever called me Ange until I started doing like Twitch and like Twitter and streaming, too. I think just because my Twitter name's Ange Soymok, so people just started calling me Ange. But, like, no one's ever called me that my whole life. Until I'm, like, what, 24, 25? 24, I guess. What did she say? You never know what happens, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Lady Farina's going on about her stuff.
Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid.
Where's your evidence, miss?
Tell me,
aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
I'm supposed to know what this is? The cut-in. Did you see the aspect ratio? Just changed?
The House of the Hearth?
Oh, this is something we that's been going around. House of the Hearth. So are they Fatui? Fatui is like the big, like, evil kind of organization. There's something sus about them, but like I didn't know exactly yet. So they have some kind of ties to like the evil organization. Oh god,
No
the face.
wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
No, Lady Farina brought up their history. I don't know the story though, like, how are they related to the Fatui? It's something that was
That's
teased.
irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute.
Eagle, well, my evidence is paper solid, so I win. Phantom of the Opera music. And then the oh
Your
gosh.
first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
I feel deceived, because we didn't even know they were Fatui.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy.
This is kind of love this. She just seems to be having fun with this trial, just trying to get one over me.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Just trying to make it seem that's actually pretty nice to see. She actually worked hard and tried to build a case against me. This isn't just some bullshit from her, huh? It's kind of cute. Oh no.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Exactly, why don't you give us the full truth? Lene and Lynette are Fatui. Okay, are they still involved with the Fatui, or what is it?
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points.
Here you go. Objection! Can you use script in a sentence, please? I'm doing a terrible job at this, wow. Come on, I gotta get my character to object these things. My child, alter ego.
First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth.
What is the House of the Hearth? One of the clans under the Fatui?
Are these claims true?
There's no doubt about a magician's ability to con others. Given how Linné has concealed his identity, this could all have been set up beforehand. Yeah. I mean, he didn't tell you that ahead of time. Oh yeah, Child's here too. Plus, Child is here in Fontaine along with the other house operatives. There must be some scheme at work here. There's definitely something going on. Child's not here for no reason. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
Farina has schizophrenia, apparently, according to that little scene we saw.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry? That I'm the culprit?
Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
No one's gonna believe us.
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
No one likes the Fatui.
What should we do now?
Oh, here, are we gonna eject some stuff? Permission to speak, Your Honor.
Granted.
What did you just say? Okay, wait. Now's the time to yell objection, and then Avira's saying gomenne. Like, wait, I just do the Suzume thing. Gomenne! Just do that. And then everyone will forgive me. It's okay. Just do the gomenne! And everything will be alright. My client has withheld some key information. Oh shit, am I quitting? My defense cannot proceed. My defense cannot proceed.
In that case, What is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are things that must be discussed. I don't think I'm going to be allowed that.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
What did you say? Optimistic audience member is pretty? Let me see her again.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
That is true. I really should have held up there if I was going to trust them.
Order! Order, I say!
Order in the court.
Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
I have 1 hour?
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
I mean, to me, the Fatui is, like, not all evil. Child seems to like me, and... well, Scaramouche. I don't know if we talk about him anymore, but he's a good guy now.
In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Oh ho ho ho, it's a oh ho ho laugh. What now? While court is adjourned, you meet with Lene and Lynette backstage in the opera house.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
Shut up, audience members. Nobody fucking cares. Kitty cat, I care, audience members. If you're a worst ego attorney just yelling, shut the fuck up. Ego, wish you did this in front of a Stardom Osaka crowd so the audience stays quiet. Oh! Damn. Shots fired.
I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
And Poimon.
Yeah, sorry.
They wanted to conceal that the whole time. How am I supposed to trust them now?
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two.
We don't necessarily like Fatui, but we keep working with Fatui, it seems like.
We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Wait, you're still a member of the Fatui? Okay, we can't trust them. We can't trust them.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends.
I thought we were kind of good friends.
That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
But how can we know this isn't all just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Explain the other issue first. Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
So he lied to us about that too?
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask.
I don't believe that.
We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick, with the objective of getting close to the core.
This seems like all like a big plot, then. So your goal was to get close to that? Why are you performing these magic tricks? Certain magic tricks?
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right.
Why are you investigating that?
In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
I accessed the Opera House basement. So he went into the vent. Went to investigate the room which the core is stored. So that's in the basement. The core for the device that they use to judge trials?
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Yeah, and what did you find?
Well, nothing.
He's lying.
As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice.
Well, no, he's lying.
Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came.
So he's hearing voices in his head now.
On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought.
That's so bold of him in the middle of his trick to do that? To go and do an investigation? And you just conveniently saw this after? Like, what? This is not a good alibi to go off of. Saw the broken vase and clothes on the ground. So where would the girl escape then? Because if the vent was the only way out to somewhere else. But you were in the vent, you said.
After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
But that's not your problem, though. Even if you find out about it, you think anyone's gonna listen?
That's the only way we can save everyone.
Okay, but the Lady Farina calls the shots.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time.
I don't believe it. Let me catch up. Oh boy, what is going on? Paimon stole my dog and refuses to give it back. That's like joining the WWE to safe wrestling. Yes, it is. You kept objecting in German in an English-speaking court. Not my fault this man doesn't speak my language. Hold on, she was in the vent? She's the fucking imposter. Save it for SKC Plays Among Us. Yeah, SKC Plays Among Us one day. If we can ever figure out how to do it properly. I don't know how that would work for a stream, because you're just gonna see one person's gameplay, probably. And then I don't think we can talk during Among Us. Because then that gives away things. That would be difficult. We'll see. Locta, I'm back. Have we convicted Paimon of crimes yet? No, but we look like we're about to convict Linné and Lynette. Because they were hiding that they're actually a part of an evil organization. Once we have 10 people. We can get 10 people. I feel like it'd be promoted. People would want to play with us. We keep getting requests for like Fall Guys. And Jackbox too. So, games with lots of people. I think we could get numbers.
It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But, like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
I mean, he doesn't really need me. He's just he's been defending himself. I'm a terrible attorney. I should be doing some talking for him. I only talked like once. I'm like, yeah, I need to reconvene with my client.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
It doesn't even give me a choice to say no. Okay, I'm out. I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe that judgment will be disparate. Okay, Spence says it. I'm going with that one.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Actually, we already have the key evidence we need. What's our key evidence?
Huh?
The adjournment's almost over. Let's go back. I'm not even gonna discuss it.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Linne's statement. Linne claims that he headed to the chamber containing the Oratrice core upon entering the tunnel, and did not witness the crime taking place, thus did not hear the thud. Okay, but if I say this, I'm still gonna get in trouble. Linne's still gonna get in trouble. You shouldn't be going there and sneaking around. That makes him look bad as like a Fatui as well. Sneaking around and trying to get dirt on the device they use to judge things in court. That probably is a crime itself. Okay, what's this voice? The voice in the Oratrice core chamber. Linne claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the chamber and that houses the Oratrice core within the Opera House underground structures. So, did he tell us what the voice said? What did the voice tell him? Call your moms, tell them to watch. My mom thinks I'm doing a business meeting, okay? Well, that's what I say. Is there anything to rob in here? No. It's a nice back room, though. Ooh. But the brief adjournment ends, and the nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial.
Kitty cat, my mom is on Ego time zone and can't watch, so I can't follow my own advice. She's on Ego time? Loktar, this is very serious. This is very serious.
When last we left off, Mr. Linne acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Oh, we're letting her talk again?
Ugh, that took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linne's perspective.
I feel like they purposely did this. Someone at Haloverse who did these scenes is an Ace Attorney fan. Can I screenshot this? Hold on. I screenshotted it. This is a cool image. Oh, your parents are in Italy this week. They're on vacation? What are they doing? Oh, she's even wearing blue. Yep. Lady Farina, right. Oh shit, I have to do work? Based on the opposition's account of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Oh god. This is what all the preparation is for. Use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute any erroneous assertions or fact and replace them with... Okay, wait, whoa, that was too many words. Let me read this again. Use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation. Refute any... Okay. Replace them with new inferences. Use your accusations to convince the audience and obtain more support from people. The Oratrice will display such shifts clearly. I'm assuming blue is innocent, and red has been guilty all this time. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. Oh my god. What is this?
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Okay, this is for real. This is the first time they've made like a kind of mini game in the main story. Alright, we've moved on from objection to hold it, let's go. So I'm supposed to... So she says, as the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. So what am I supposed to do?
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud.
Okay, so her theory is that he opened her the audience member participant's box. And what, tried to beat the shit out of her? What did he do?
He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her.
So he knocked her out. How does that make sense? So he knocked her out before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her, okay?
At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linne red-handed.
Where did she come up with this?
So Linne proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Lenny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowl's death would be ruled an accident.
Oh my god, that was so loud in the background. So, what? After Lene passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice, so his accomplice is Lynette, through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices okay, so operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident. What device?
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
I like these. They should like give us like a more full like screen of this art. Lectar, it would definitely be easier to make someone change clothes before you knock them unconscious. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how did he force her to change? That's a loophole right there. If she was knocked out, how did she change clothes? I mean, I can go there, but I don't think Lynette would strip this girl. Lene would strip this girl and just change her clothes for like no reason.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
Like everything.
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Linny experienced, and what he saw.
Well, I'm talking. I have a voice now. Protagonist powers. Okay, so the key to refuting her is the order of events. What Lene experienced and what he saw. Lene entered the tunnel as the countdown began, so identify loopholes. Oh god, I have to pick something? So, Lene entered the tunnel, that's what her first thing was. So Lene claims that headed to the chamber. He did enter the tunnel though. Did not witness the crime taking place, thus did not hear the thud. No one left the opera house during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those— okay, that doesn't work. Lene claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the core. Okay. The clothes belonging to Halsey, okay. The reason remains unknown. Anything in blue, so I'm assuming anything in blue makes sense. This is after, though. That's after. That's in the middle of it. Maybe the first one?
Seems this won't produce a particularly effective rebuttal.
Nope. Then what did I go with? Let's just try everything. Oh, and so none of the blue ones. Oh, they're tricking me here. It's none of the blue ones. Okay, fine. How about this? No one left the opera house during the magic show. After the incident happened. There was only blah 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 blah. Well, there's only two left. I might as well just try it. Oh, it's none of them. Okay, so it doesn't have to work. Okay, that makes sense then. The loud sound was from Lene and Lynette, and Lene and Halsey's fight. But Lene claimed that he heard nothing in order to cover up the truth. So her theory is that they had a fight. You go, he did say the word, he said objection earlier. Me when I lie, and then you should win this easy. Wait, what am I looking at again? Loud sound, Lene and Halsey's fight, but claimed to have heard nothing. Did not witness the crime taking place. I guess these are the ones I need to use. I'm just gonna use all the blue ones.
According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Okay. So that's correct. This one doesn't need one. Lene knocked Halsey out using the vase and removed her clothes. So he removed her clothes, they're saying. To prevent her from being identified. However, was Lene really in the tunnel at the time? No. Because he was in the chamber of the houses. There.
Linny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Okay. Cowell walked in on Linné, so the latter knocked him out with the vase, leading to the victim's death. So they're saying that killed the victim? Oh, no. He put, like, maybe his unconscious body in there, because clearly the water tank crushing definitely killed him. The existing evidence indicates that when Linné returned to the tunnel, the crime had already taken place. And all Linné saw was the clothes. So.
Lenny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
That's it!
Attention!
Ace Detective!
Has something to say!
Matches my title. Ace Detective Ange. Except you're not the Ace Detective, Poimon.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored.
We're gonna get more in trouble for admitting this.
Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
Okay, how do you like that? It's even again? Successful. Are we gonna have to do this again? They won't just make this mechanic for no reason.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Wasn't it awesome?
Am I ever gonna speak for myself? I am the one that came up with that conclusion. They even, like, gave me a voice in my head of my own voice.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
I guess?
That's right!
Moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cowell bumped into Linné by chance. Sure.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill?
Mm-hmm. Why would Cowell enter the tunnel? Who was the entire setup meant to kill?
Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
Shut up, Paimon.
That's right, you tell him! And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
Well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Linné's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask?
He wasn't.
You're saying that he wasn't?
Mm-hmm. Your claim has now become my weapon. Your claim has also become a critical clue. Oh god, what did that just say? Choose the let me read that? I'm looking, but what's the delay? What did that just say? Choose the most reasonable, okay. Choose the most reasonable evidence based on the question. Irrelevant. That's sad. Why am I missing a clue? What's it telling me to pick? Irrelevant, 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 irrelevant. So entrance exits, strange sound, missing lady. So it's one of these three. Okay, it's one of those three. What was the, which evidence that, okay, what was it? Which is the evidence that Linné wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? There was an audible thump. Is it because of the thump? Is that why?
That's That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Okay.
Well played.
To think you'd use such logic.
We're back to the schizophrenia.
Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
The murder. Oh god, I actually have to give a name now? The murderer was. Oh no, I have to think, I have to cook now. Select the gear icon in the interface to check the corresponding case questions. Eagle, Paimon! Just say Paimon. Select answers and fill the empty gears to verify the correctness of your deduction. If you have made mistakes, you must make another selection from the remaining options. Okay, so I can just waste all my, things. It will just tell me it in the end. Once you've answered all the questions correctly, you can complete this logic chain. I have to find the murderer? Oh god, what's this? The guard's investigation report indicates that the fireworks released near the end of this show ignited and burned through the rope suspending the water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cowell in the box below. Okay, so the question, how did the culprit trigger the onstage incident? If Lene is no longer under suspicion, only the other members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Lynette gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work, by using a box inside a box. The idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Lene himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. I still don't believe this part. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of on-stage interactions. What's the question now? What evidence is there that the selected audience member was involved in the incident? Okay. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Oh god. Who was the person who could possibly have committed the crime? Who's who? Wait. Can I switch questions? So... Oh my god. Who are my people?
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
Yes.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
So our options is that, look, even though Cowell's dead, he could have tampered with the equipment in intention to kill someone else. But maybe it backfired. But then if it backfired, then it means that there's like a third person, right? If it wasn't meant to be like that. He could have been able to tamper with the equipment. Honestly... But then he's not the one that committed the crime then. Because someone else then sabotaged it to turn it back on him, if that's the truth. It seems likely it's either a third person.
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
Which is like the strongest option, or it could have been her.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
This is interesting. What seems just like a normal NPC. But then again, the whole thing, it chose that exact seat. It's always like a young woman there. It's like, why specifically did they choose her? Hog Dipper Q's here! What's up? Hey, how's it going, Ange and chat? How's it going? We're, playing Ace Attorney right now. But also detective. We're doing detective work too. So we have all the jobs here. What did Eagle say? There was a third person and her name is Paimon. Okay, we're going with that one.
Could there have been a...
Submit it. It was wrong? Holy shit. There is no third person. I feel like this is the one I believe the least, but it might actually be the truth. This is the second. I believe it might be her. Second most. that she just like... She seems like she has her own kind of scheme. Well, you also do detective work at Ace Attorney. I mean, that's true, but I feel more like I'm legit like a detective. Like this is its own separate thing. Like I choose to be Phoenix Wright or I choose to be Sherlock Holmes. Where we're blending it.
Halsey is the missing person.
Let's try this one. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Wow, it actually is the deceased. It actually is him.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
I mean, I believe that he probably was setting up to kill someone else or do something or sabotage the show, but then it backfired on him. So in that sense, yes, he committed the crime. But then I think someone else, there was still a third person involved to like kill him. Okay.
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Why is Paimon... I should just speak, because Paimon doesn't even know.
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Now I have to do more thinking? What I must do is recreate the truth, what Cowell did and how he went. We back? Hog Dipper Q came in and then the stream died. We back? Okay. We have not done anything yet. That's such a strange thing. Well, good try, everyone. We had a good run. Shame we all died. Rye got us, Eagle says. That was random. What was the question? How can we... Okay, Lynn is... Okay, blah 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 blah.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. Linny was not in the tunnel at that...
Oh, there's more? There's more than one clue? Oh my gosh.
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have...
That's another clue. Oh, I had to pick like a couple clues, wow. She found a new channel. Mr. Ed, did you not see the picture that Hog Dipper Q made earlier this morning? That I tweeted out? Of Miss Arai watching our stream? She's had enough. She's had enough. What is going on now? So I put 2 clues in. What else?
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Did I not already use this? Okay, so 3 clues. Oh, so, okay, let me just select some clues then.
No one entered or left the opera house.
I just need 4 clues, right?
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the...
New clues keep coming up.
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent.
What did that say?
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been...
Where did missing Halsey go?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances.
Prove there's an alteration.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between... No one entered or left the opera house through its
Okay.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
What is wrong? Hold on. So, oh wait, never mind. I get it. I have to pick it in the correct, like, order. How can I prove that there was an alteration in the tunnel? Hold on.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted it to? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
I want to say this.
Heard may have come from a clash, but
right? Who's the prime suspect currently?
No one entered
yeah.
The deceased's name is Cowell.
It's him. Where did missing Halsey? I don't know this part.
Tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
Okay.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so the...
Huh? Maybe?
The sound we heard may have come...
Okay, what is wrong here? We back? Yes, we're back. Just had to refresh. How can I prove this?
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Yes.
The deceased's name is Cowell. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. The sound we heard may have...
I'm just repeating things now. So where did she go? I don't know where she went.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so the... It would have been tough for both people to...
Okay, so one's wrong. So it just has to be this one. I think I selected this once, but I think maybe for the wrong part. What is wrong about this? The criminal must have understood the methods behind Linne's magic trick and must have been in position easily to modify the equipment. Okay. So it's Cowell, right? Leaving aside how he died, Cowell had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise could likely have been the sound of Cowell and Halsey's struggling. Linne was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. That would have given time for Cowell to bring Halsey out of the magic box in the audience stands. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the Opera House, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Okay, so... exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
No, okay, no wonder I wasn't getting it, because I don't even know where in the world did Halsey go. The game was trying to tell me something.
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
I mean, we just don't know where she went. She's still missing. And that's a case for like 20 years that no one knows where these missing girls go. So I'm sorry if I don't have that information without any prior knowledge of the previous cases, Lady Farina. Jeez. That's a different trial.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely.
Is it not another exit in the basement?
And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Yeah, why don't you explain that one? How did she disappear from the water tank into bubbles? Escaping from the water tank. Wait, could it have been the water? I mean, this is Fontaine. There's probably something in the water.
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
Why is it going more towards... Oh, is it equal? What is this?
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Objection! It's objection! Hold on a second.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
What am I supposed to do now? Same thing?
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Okay.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
I still have to figure this out. Oh, this is new.
The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
So, okay. So, the suspicious water, it didn't come from the broken vase. But they broke the vase to cover up something about the water? What's with the water?
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped.
So she disappeared in the water?
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind.
Ah, that makes sense. Because she did leave clothes behind in the water tank.
If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
So all the missing girls disappeared and transformed into something in what? They transformed into what? Objection.
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment.
Oh my god, this smug face.
How could a person ever be transformed into water?
You saw it.
This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
You're the Hydro Archon, you've probably seen it. I request that we examine Cowell's personal effects. We might find something there.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Mm-hmm.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment.
Okay.
The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps a new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of the rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress.
They're really giving us like the angle where like we're under his foot. They're feeding us fans that want to be stepped on. What?
Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
What's the personal effect? You mean personal belongings? A guard returns with news.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
Wait, I was distracted. Who's stepping on who? Oh, they gave us a camera angle where it showed Neuvillette, aka the daddy judge, sitting on his throne, and like the camera angle was like us under like his feet. So I was like, this is for us, the community that wants to be stepped on.
The primordial sea.
What? I just missed what it said. Water from the primordial sea. What does that do?
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Okay, this case is wrapped up. Well, we don't know everything, but he's the true culprit. There we go.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times.
To be honest though, someone could have set this up, because like no one thought to check this for like over 24 hours. Someone could have just plotted like the evidence right there.
One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
So Fontaine people can... What? How does that make sense? These properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen some sort of test subject. I mean, this isn't the first time we heard something exclusive. Like, when we were in Sumeru, we learned people who are born in Sumeru, they're not able to dream. But I forgot what the plot reason was for that. Oh, it's because the academia was like stealing people's dreams, that's why. Because dreams are foolishness. That's nothing to do with knowledge and logic.
As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
So what is this thing that people from Fontaine can like dissolve into water particles or something?
You gotta be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
We can try it out right now and see.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Oh, is that the prophecy? Oh, is that why they keep saying the people of Fontaine will like drown and dissolve and like drown into the waters?
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
I actually don't know what she came to the conclusion with.
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
We're in the middle of a trial.
Let's go. Just trust me.
What is she about to find?
Order! Order!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Yes, please continue speaking, because I am not your attorney.
Of course. Thank you.
I don't need to do anything.
If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
There's a new clue. I guess I gotta keep cooking. Water from the primordial sea. The liquid the guards found in Cowell's luggage seems to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water. How does that work? Okay, prime suspect is you.
The deceased's name is Cowell.
Right? What item did the culprit use to control the timing of dissolution?
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick. The water from the primordial sea.
Wait, switch the question first. Oh god, there's multiple items. What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanisms behind the crime? What's another question? What item? Okay, the item that he used to dissolve her was this.
The deceased's name is Cowell. Linny's
yeah, I get
assistant.
that part.
He would have been able to tamper.
Control the timing. And then this one's hide the mechanism. So wait.
The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank.
Okay.
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Hide the mechanism, control. You know, let's just make some guesses.
Now it
Nothing to
seems
lose.
Like the rope
just use
that
every
held
item.
The water tank up was lit.
Use every item and see. Okay, those two are wrong.
Now it seems like the hook rope.
Go with that.
The rope that held the water.
It's the opposite way? Okay, just the rope's wrong. What item to use the mechanism behind the card?
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she? I remember there was something.
Okay, there's something with the magic box. I want to step on Paimon and squash her like the little annoying bug she is. Look, he's a drug dealer, so we don't actually care who killed him anymore. Case dismissed. I honestly, if it was me. I love when my actions have no consequences. Don't you love it? I think Honkai Star Rail, you actually have to be more like serious with your answers because that affects the story.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again!
Time for Paimon to take credit for everything I just came up with.
In the original plan, Cowl would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target.
So, okay, he tampered with all of that.
When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box.
Okay, so it filled with water. Did it? Wait, what happened?
When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey.
So there was water in the balloon?
Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage.
What? So... Okay, break the conceal water inside the tunnel. So the water from inside the tunnel was... Oh, it was Halsey. With the remaining evidence being covered by the water tank on stage.
But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Wait, how did he end up back in the box, though?
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Sure. Oh, we're even again?
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Just take the L. Okay, just take the L.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death.
I still think it's a third person.
His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
I.e. third person.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence.
Ooh.
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Ego. You're not an ace detective. You're an ace piece of shit, Paimon. Also, it's time to take the L and the meds. Miss Lady Farina. It's okay, I can fix her.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case.
So who's the accomplice? Where did Navia go? She went to go investigate something.
And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Lenny's personal effects.
Okay, but that makes sense though, right? Because he used it in the magic trick for Lynette, right?
What?
Why do you sound shocked?
That can't be.
Unless someone planted that. You should just went with that and said, yes, I also own that because of the trick.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you.
Yikes. Then he must have planted it.
Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Okay, what? She's gonna say like we framed Cowl, right? Oh no, it's coming back.
Lenny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
So is Cowl my accomplice? Is that what it's supposed to be? She's gonna get at?
Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Lenny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime.
Okay.
Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Okay, we are back. That was a weird error I just got. But either way, it just, I don't know where it just like broke off, but it said that we couldn't rebuttal. That we couldn't rebuttal at, whatever the evidence Lady Farina just gave. But it paused right here. Dude, I got the weirdest error ever. It said that, oh, sorry, there's someone else broadcasting on your channel. I got the weirdest error ever. Anyways, let's finish this because I think we are dying. So let's hopefully get through this quicker. Others are gonna have to keep restarting it. Why are we dying all of a sudden? Mr. Ride's killing the stream now. That's what happens when you do socialism liberals. Feel bad for anyone getting Discord alerts. LOL. This doesn't usually happen that often, but it's getting weird today. Let's go.
Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale.
Do we lose?
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Objection! Objection! She's coming through.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout, and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linney, if you would be so kind.
So there's a trick. Oh wait, yeah, there is a trick because he was able to bring Lynette back from the water tank. So how do you bring them back?
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Don't lie, you know how to do it. You did it to Lynette on stage.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
They want us to do the trick again? I don't, no?
But
who's gonna volunteer?
Makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
Click.
And
what?
voila.
I wouldn't stand too close. What?
Sorry for the interruption.
What the hell? Excuse me? She's back? How did they do that? Gwynfra, welcome back. My power went out, but I have returned. No, it's probably my power. The stream died out like twice. So it's probably me. How did they bring her back?
Wait, wasn't true after all?
Ego magic. Looked her nanny the fuck.
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
Can you explain? So wait, you disappeared and where did you go? And like she willingly did it?
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial.
You are on now. You have to explain yourself. Where have you been?
I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then before I knew it, she caught me.
How did she find her?
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
So she is the culprit.
What? Why?
Then why the hell did she come here to lessen the sentence? Oh my god. She should have just kept hiding.
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
Oh my gosh, the Germans. The Germans did this.
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one.
The Germans from Mondstadt?
That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I've never been caught before.
Is this that? So is this relevant to the thing at the beginning of the chapter? I mean the act? Where we were looking at, we were trying to catch this like pickpocket girl? Is that her? Is that why? So is this the same girl?
But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Linny was the one who caught me in the act.
Eagle, I did think her accent sounded German. So this is why you never trust the Germans, okay? You guys are talking about the French? Look at this. The real culprit was a German all along.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me.
Purposely.
He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee, but then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me.
So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. Okay, so yeah, you didn't expect that you were going to be picked during the show. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. So the water didn't dissolve you? And then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab. So who's the someone? Cowl?
I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box.
You know what? Self-defense. You know what? That's fine. But why was he... Okay, why was Cowl after you, though? I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. Damn.
There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes.
You've been hiding in a box for the last 24 hours?
I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
How bad are they at their job? No one found her?
Can a person even hide in there?
If they practice hand-eye concealment, probably. A professional thief could make it work.
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it.
Okay, so she didn't want to kill him. Well, okay, that's still... So it was actually an accident, but the rope, it still leads to think like the rope was flammable. What's happening in this chat? That little goblin will be punted for her crime. Paimon? Again? Finally someone else said it. See, my mom was right. Women are the devil. What did your mom tell you? Women are the devil? Just like Miss Arai. I keep telling you that. I keep telling everyone that.
Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Yeah, now it's time to refute the Hydra Archon's previous reasoning. Okay, do I have to actually do this?
We need to tell the entire story from Lily-Ann's perspective.
What's the point? She just said it. Okay, I'm just gonna guess whatever. No point thinking this through. I think they already went through it. Just say everything. Say everything. Till something works.
Seems that...
Okay, so nothing's wrong with that one. He did enter the tunnel, so she dissolved. Right?
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily-Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Okay, so it was a struggle. That's what the thump was. Fight did break out in the tunnel.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
That was one of the original things I thought. Okay, I dropped... Linné knocked Cowell out, no. I don't think there's anything wrong with this one, but I'll just try everything. Oh, there is!
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
Sure.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
It's Ace Detective me!
Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard.
They're like saying that she got water poured on her head for no reason, but maybe that was just the plot, like, it just didn't work. Oh! That makes sense. It didn't work on her because she's not from Fontaine. She's from Mondstadt. And they said it only works on people from Fontaine. Oh, so the person was actually trying to dissolve her. Cowell was actually trying to dissolve her, but it doesn't work because she's from Mondstadt. Damn. Well, that's an easy way for you to trick the fuck up. How are you gonna know? If they're from Mondstadt, they're all European looking.
Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box.
What is primordial sea, though?
The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box.
Damn, she's a tough girl. She beat the shit out of him.
With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Okay, this is our third time doing this. We're back to even.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
Lillian's VA isn't even German. What a scam. Magic box, she clearly means Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell card. Dude, fuck off, Paimon. No one likes you. I tried to abduct a cutie, but she's not water soluble. Is that our new kidnapping method?
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons.
That makes sense.
She swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
How did she do that when we're all... Well, we're dumb. We didn't even notice like a hand sneak out and grab it? Was she wearing a costume? Like, how did we not see that? Does this tie everything up? Is there anything we're missing? The water tank... Okay, I guess the water tank was the fire, but like, why are we using those ropes?
At this point, all the events that have light.
Okay, so we still don't understand why the water tank dropped on Cowell, though. That's the only thing that's kind of missing, I think, still.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Paimon deserves a Danganronpa level execution. Oh, it's in our favor for once, yes?
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements?
She's about to say objection. Shut up.
Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
Was she actually trying to just leave? She's about to take the L and be like, okay, I'm out of here.
What? Are you reading my mind now?
She's pointing again. Objection.
No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow. Look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list.
So does this solve the missing woman's case? But like, why are they stealing women for? And where did they actually go when they do disappear? Because they're still missing women, so that's not wrapped up still. Are you part of some organization that just likes to abduct women?
With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved.
Okay, so he never intended to kill the girl, because she would already be dissolved into, like, water.
He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks.
Okay, that makes sense. The water tank part, it makes sense. So he planned on dropping it either way, but she wouldn't have been in there to, like, die.
He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box, and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box.
Prepared hook on the rope through the gap. Okay, yeah.
When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim.
They should have showed a scene of her just beating the shit out of him. Her just like pop out the whirling candy. You go, well, she's German, so she's efficient or whatever you guys say about us. Jeez. You're French, you had no dignity to begin. Oh gosh, the Lady Farina. You're German though, you committed murder. Unintentionally though. Cowell is horny for that woman-flavored water, I guess. I'm serious, what are they doing with this water-dissolved woman? What are they doing with them? She hits him with the big boot and then the big leg, brother. I wish they showed it so bad on how she took him out. Like, damn.
Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
Vera, she chopped him in the chest 200 times. 200 times in those like 70, I don't know how many seconds, 70 seconds it took them to do the trick.
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Cutscene. What is that? A slip?
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
I mean, Ace Detective, everyone basically, we all defended each other. And Navia, who wasn't even on, like, our side here.
Great work, partners.
Fuck off, Paimon. Paimon taking credit for, like, all this hard work I've been doing for, like, the last 2 hours.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn.
Oh, what did the guard do?
How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
You planted it.
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence evidence that you dare to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
100%. I told you the guards were in on something.
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
Coupon Town sounds nice. It sounds affordable.
I was just following orders.
From who?
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
The higher-ups from who?
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes?
Yeah, you might as well go to jail, otherwise they might get you.
Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yeah, go to jail and be protected by the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The
boss? Who's the boss? So they've been in this business for like 20 years old years? What the fuck? What just happened? I thought he was like crying, but like he just was, oh god. So before he could tell us who the boss was, oh god, he just dissolved in the water. What the fuck is happening, everyone? He turned into water. Well, he's gone.
And now he can no longer talk.
What did you just say? He overdosed on the woman juice. R.I.P. What is happening? Getting high off liquid woman. We're still trying to incriminate Paimon somehow. Can we get a guilty verdict on Paimon? Well, that was something.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
How did that happen? They didn't drop water on him.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Oh god, is it another case now? We just moved into like another case. Get me out of this opera house. Nothing is found on the scene apart from the liquid left behind after Vaughn dissolved.
So, we're just going back now?
Please, I've been stuck in this act for like 5 hours now. Or more. The problem seems to have been solved for now. We are not. I don't care about what happened to this guy.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Whoever this guy's boss is just wanted to silence him. How else do you think they've been in the business for like 20 years? Stealing women. I don't get the point though. So they just dissolve the woman and then what happens? What's the whole reason for this?
Linny.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
I just didn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused. I just wanted to be sure that we're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight.
Their boss is a fish. The stilled woman gets me fucked up.
I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all.
A Fatus? Because I'm the house. Okay, what's your goal then?
That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
Excuse me? The Knave? Is that Arlecchino? Arlecchina? How do you pronounce her name?
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth?
She's your father?
She's your father?
Oh god.
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past.
The father they're talking about, she's supposed to be like the quote-unquote big bad evil of this region, of the Fatui. But we haven't seen her in game yet, so we haven't met her yet in game. So I'm looking forward to whenever she pops up.
Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me.
Aristocrat!
And claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
An aristocrat.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
I don't know if they're exactly nobility.
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks.
Are you saying they learned it from you?
He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts.
What, did you try to make her disappear too?
The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
You sold his sister? She caught me the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. What the hell? Who is this person? This aristocrat.
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
We're actually trafficking
As
now.
far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
So what happened after that?
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person, and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
All I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave, aka their father, aka the big bad evil of this area that we haven't met yet, standing there in the darkness. What did she do?
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
Neil Bishkigan has a dark backstory, I see. It's giving me that vibe, to be honest.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans.
Is this the same person, then? That's been kidnapping women? She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm. Maybe she's not a big bad evil. Well, we have to meet her and figure it out.
Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer.
So she became like the father to all of you guys that she saved?
The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Damn, she killed him. For good reason.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
The Nav is after the Gnosis, isn't she? The Gnosis is like the thing that powers the region? Or what each god has? But I don't know where the Gnosis is.
She has her own plans.
All the Fatui is always going after the Gnosis of each region. I think they have all of them right now. They do have all of them. Where's the Fontaine one?
She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. So the Tsaritsa is the god of the, I think, 2 regions from now. Snezhnaya. That's the next, not the next region, the region after the next region we're going to be going to. But basically that's where all the Fatui live. And then the gods, the Tsaritsa, she's trying to collect all these Gnosises. It's like a small like chess piece that like contains power of the gods. And use it in the end to like overthrow. That's what we kind of know. But we don't exactly know what they're planning on doing. But I don't believe that part. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine. I don't believe that at all. They don't have a reason to save these regions.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
Is she from Fontaine originally?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis.
I think they're being tricked. I don't think the Fatui should be trusted like that.
Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy.
Why would she care about the prophecy? She doesn't live here anymore.
Here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine.
Oh, there we go, Lady
We won't give up on defending our homeland.
That's the first time I've heard someone say her name, Lady Arlecchino, so that's who they're talking about, the father, the Nav. The one that's gonna save Fontaine. From Fontaine, we won't give up. Okay, sure.
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I still can't completely trust you. What did Ego just say? But where's your tail and cat ears?
It's alright. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you.
That's also a big mystery. Where is his tail and cat ears? How come she got the cat gene? Who's the parents? Locktar, I gotta go start making dinner. Thanks for the stream, and thanks for coming in. Thank you. I'll be around again next week, definitely.
I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right.
Okay.
If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
Okay, goodbye. Just walk away.
Bye, Linny.
Bye, boy. Oh my god, that was so long. What am I at? Nope, that's the wrong thing. It's still Act 1. Okay, let me... How can I finish Act 1? It says leave the Opera House. I think I got an achievement. What was my achievement? Delivered verdict, not guilty. Cool. That's cool. Got an achievement for that. Where is the exit? Where's Navia? I think she has to talk to me. There she is.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
What, am I quitting? Do I not want to do it? Well, I'm sorry, Navia. Well, I what?
Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Linné. I wasn't necessarily looking into the serial disappearances case. Well, I should.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now?
We're close. The guy was going to, like, tell us. There's probably more people in on it.
And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah.
Oh, I feel bad.
I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all.
Let's help her. We like her. She's like the nicest person. She literally helped us just now. Why are we dropping her?
Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Ah, and We were having so much fun investigating with you, too.
She really saved us back there, man.
It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer.
Paimon is scared that she finds out the truth. My friend over here is the culprit. Gwynfro, what is Baipoi? Eagle, do you want to explain that? What is Baipoi?
Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me.
I mean, Eagle's trying to make it his thing now. Bye, go.
Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
More food. Anything. I trust this girl. Okay, you know what? She might be evil in the end. You never know. But I'm just gonna say right now, I trust her. I trust her. She's an aristocrat. She's pretty. She's nice. What's not to like?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later.
Okay.
Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
And then she puts the water inside and we dissolve. Well, actually, we're not even from any region. We're not even from this world. It's not gonna work. Let's go eat some more macarons.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navi is treating, count Paimon in!
Or do we actually finally get to leave the opera house and, like, get food?
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
Okay, we're going to a restaurant.
Let's have our farewell meal!
Why are we saying farewell to her, though? Like, I guess we're not gonna work with her anymore, but, like, won't we see her around, or can't we be friends? Act 1 complete. That took so long. They really made these stories longer, wow. That's Act 1 out of 4 so far. Because they added 3 and 4 recently. What's Hotel de Broad? Adios, Poi. Blast Eddie Guerrero's theme at full volume. I cannot pronounce that. I want Poi to say... I cannot pronounce anything in German. Let's try. Tschüss, Poi, next. Let's try that. Where am I supposed to go next? Oh, that's the hotel. Okay, wait, let me go near it. But that took a while. And we finished the first act. That was a long first act. Wow. Like, what is even going to be the next 4 acts? What's this? Look at the dog. But this isn't Baguette. Baguette's there's one named Baguette, like I've showed you guys. We're here to play with dogs now. Now he doesn't like me. Bye. Bye, Poi. He just disappeared. He dissolved into the water. Okay, where am I going? I don't know. I might save this for next time if we're starting a new act. I just want to see. So I don't accidentally trigger it when I'm doing my regular stuff. I just want to see where I'm supposed to go. I have no stamina. I'm gonna die. I'm going to die. Oh god, I saved her. By dive attacking. Where's the hotel? I just want to know where I have to start next time. And try not to trigger anything. Oh, that's the hotel. Okay, so just don't go around here. Cool. Okay. What did I do? Here you go. You got the right, which is better than most English speakers. I give you that. I don't even know what I just said. I'm gonna have to replay what I said the first time. I saw you write something like, I think you wrote something in German or something the other week, or I don't know when. And I tried reading it out loud, and I'm like, I thought it was cooking, okay? I thought I was getting everything right, but it definitely was not right. Here you go, still finish the story before Cody. Well, it was an attempt. So we finished part 1, right? So Did it start at chapter Act 2? Yeah, okay. So as soon as I go here, Act 2 will start. Next step, you decide to take Navia's offer and farewell meal to celebrate your... Okay, so we'll do that next time. So undo that. For some reason, they gave me another quest here. These are all big quests that I'm not going to do for a while. So we have Act 2, and then here it says Act 3 and 4 are also here that they added in. So we'll do that next week. We will do that next week. Point to WXW. You'll get there eventually. But anyways, we are going to end... Wait, something... What is this? What did I get? Oh! It gives me free stuff for completing the Act 1. Cool. Okay, Act 2. As light rain falls without reason. Okay, so that's what I have to do next. That's what I'll have to do next. Let me just collect my things, my goodies. Perfect. I'm here just in time for the end. Good stuff. Now I have to cook up an announcement. Oh, Ego's got to cook up an announcement. Ego plans on streaming tomorrow. Okay, I buffered for a second. Internet's dying right before she talks about my announcement. Yeah, I like buffered. It really just cut me off then. Before she kills my stream, I'm going to have to get ready to end it. So I will say it again. Eagle's going to be streaming tomorrow. I don't know exactly what game, but tune in. Next week, I don't know what day I will be streaming, but we'll talk amongst each other what day, who wants to stream what. Or who can stream what. But I'll be picking up this. We'll try to do Act 2 next week. I don't know if we'll finish the full thing, if it's as long as this one. This one took 2 parts, basically. But... Here you go, my haters were working full-time. It'll be huge. But thank you guys for coming in today. I missed streaming. It's been a while. Doing a solo stream. So I'm happy to do it. And... yeah. So in French fashion, I will bid you adieu.